largest waste connections. They're out of the Woodlands, which is, we're the third largest. We were the third largest, now we're still the third largest, but and that's what sort of kept me working. This company has stepped up to the plate, and he said, if you need it, we'll get it for you. And that's what we kept current with all of our maintenance, and I mean, everybody's got their issues, but our whole company is solid, and you know, you renew contracts, you renew them. It is a little bit of loyalty. You know, we've worked hard for you, we've kept the rates low, and if you ask the city manager, our staff is on call. I'll say Sheila, because she works, and if she hears from Marvin, she's on it, and she gets the job done. So the whole process of the relationship we have, and hopefully we'll get you residential one of these days. You know, we'll see what that happens. But yeah, I sometimes loyalty does mean a little bit.
I completely agree with that.
I'm through talking.
You got to wear that Super Bowl ring up here. You know how bad that is.
Y'all need this. I did it because Dallas fans, y'all need to get over it. Y'all need to
Never gonna get over it.
I have a question for you. I heard something about a 10-year contract. Will you even be around in 10 years? Above ground.
Whoa.
That was low. That's a big man. I don't know if I'll be around in 10 years. I don't know if I'll be above ground in 10 years. I hope I am.
Last year was a CPI increase.
And respectfully, you know, you could go open market, right? But what does that entail? You have streets that you got to upkeep. I mean, you could potentially have 30 different truck companies on your streets if you went open market and allow all these trucks coming in, you know, 40-ton, 50-ton trucks coming in all at the same time on different days. Up to right now, you got one company. It's a smaller city. You've got one company. Something happens, you call us, we fix it. We've never gone over 24 hours without fixing a complaint. So, yes, open market makes a lot of sense. I get it. But also, if you're going to bring in brokers where customers don't even know who's hauling their trash, they're just calling a broker, and the broker says, we'll get you the cheapest rate. Don't even worry about it. You know, your trash is going to be gone, but you don't know who the company is, and it could be a different company every week. So that is the con to going open market.
Well, we have so many, I don't know how many cities we have in the Fort Worth area.
Well, we understand that you're the third largest, and you've done a great job of taking care of this city.
We've done a good job in all of our cities.
You don't need to defend that. I understand. I just still just wanted to make sure people realize what's going on with our commercial businesses.
Yeah.
The city of River Oaks is making money off of them, and I don't agree with that.
So this is a 10-year contract with the possible extension of 5 years. So what did they came back to us for CPI last year?
Yeah, that was CPI.
CPI is annual in the contract, so we just go off of, and it's very common for every city that we serve in.
And that's only based off of labor, not off of the cost.
So there's a specific consumer price index that we are bound to by our contract, which is the urban wage earners and clerical workers.
Yeah, which is labor. You're not coming back to us every year with the rate change for like the transfer station of it done.
That is correct.
For your labor.
That is correct.
Okay.
On this CPI for this, on the hauling contract, it is just for the labor. And if you actually, because I pulled the index, if you pull different indexes, the index you're on is actually the lowest. Because I was gonna consider
You look at 1 year, 15 or 30.
I looked at 10 years.
Okay. I work in pensions. I have to look at it monthly, so that's why I was asking.
Yeah, I actually, because I was considering you know, well, maybe I change the index so we can entice council, you're on the lowest index, so not much I can do.
Wasn't it 9.5% last year?
Last year-
And we went 7.
Yes, sir.
CPI went a little crazy for a while there.
Yeah. And the fuel adjustment doesn't come in until diesel is $5 or more, so we're not under that right now. Maybe.
And then the only other clarification is we have two different numbers that are almost identical everywhere. For the transfer station, the rate in one area, it's 45.48, and another one it talks about 45.38, and then one other place talks about 45.28.
It's 45.38.
Okay.
We'll have to clarify that.
You mean 28, because that's what it says right here on the,
Yeah,
on the
45.28.
on the document from them for July.
Yes, sir, you're right.
Okay. Just making sure.
Councilman Forrester, in the waste disposal agreement, which I believe is the transfer station agreement, correct me if I get that.
That's
wrong.
correct, yes.
It does provide that after the first year, there's an increased rate based on a different consumer price index. So there's the same thing tied, different index it appears, the
It
same
says
adjustment.
2025 on that, that's where the 2-year lock-in is. It
Yeah.
doesn't do that till 2025.
Okay. Yeah, the additional information just says beginning on the first anniversary of this agreement and annually on such anniversary thereafter. So we'll just need, that'll need to be clarified as well.
That needs to be clarified, because that was 2025, we discussed that today.
When is the expiration, can I ask, for these two?
If we started October 1,
October, the end of September is the expiration?
Yeah, because-
For the hauling?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
September 30th is it, so we'd start on October 1st, I would say,
Correct.
which would tie into our next year's budget.
Okay. So we could have, if the council decided there could be some time to work on the agreement to
So
make sure it looks like it needs to look.
I'm not promoting companies, I'm just saying, the landfill's a big deal for me, because nobody here knows what that's like to go out and chase landfills down.
It was 1,500, now there's 80.
Yeah.
And if,
I disagree with you there, but.
Well, you can go chase them down, man. 'Cause I did.
And if I could give a little history on that, I basically got a phone call from city staff and said, we're struggling with landfills and options. Is there anything you can do? We have a set amount of tonnage that we're allowed to put into Minutes Transfer Station, and we basically kicked out some of our other vendors to bring in the city, and the other vendors were at $80 a ton. The reason why we did that is because of the loyalty and the partnership we have with the city. And you're asking, well, you know, you're a business, you're trying to, there is, you know, Norm touched on something, we are interested, if the city ever wants to consider an outside company to do the residential, we want that business. Now, that's not saying the city's gonna do it, that's just saying we wanna be the front runner. So yeah, we are making decisions based on loyalty.
And I'm sure if we ever decided to do that, y'all would be the very first phone call made, I can assure you.
Herman? Are we ever gonna do that, Herman?
So there's another thing that we've encountered in the past. How far is it to your transfer station?
Oh, well.
It's under 10 miles.
How far is it to the nearest landfill, Marvin, that you could contract with, where we'd have to have people and equipment to make a run to landfill instead of a transfer
I
station?
think that was 15 to Republic, wasn't it? 15 to 18,
15, they got to 20.
roughly about 20.
It was roughly an hour and a half, 2-hour round trip to the Republic landfill. Our current transfer station in Halton City, it takes the guys roughly 30 to 45 minutes round trip. And if they are down for some reason, they do give me a call and notify us ahead of time before our trucks head out. so that's